hey there.
Oh, hey there.
I am Kate.
And I am Bradley.
And this is the History Buffoons.
I don't know if I like that.
This is the History Buffoons.
This is the History Buffoons. Dun, dun, dun. No, hello, Kate. How are you today?
I'm good.
Yeah? What's new?
Just working a lot. Working with students a lot.
Yep.
We had a group just graduate, and
fantastic.
They were a good group of students.
That's good.
Yeah. So
now they can go off into the world and fix people's muscle problems.
Exactly.
Mazel tov.
Mazel tov.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm good. Nothing new to report, I guess. Everything's been status quo, if you will. It remains the same.
Status quo remains the same.
No, nothing really too out of the ordinary this past week.
You're going to be 46 soon.
Oh, dear. Yeah. Everybody can listen to our Origin of Weird that comes out on my birthday.
September 25th, 1979.
Is when I was born.
Do you know what time of day?
I think I was in the afternoon. I think I was like 6 o'clock, something like that. I always forget that part. But yeah, I think I was in the afternoon-ish.
Kind of surprised considering you're a numbers guy.
Well, you know, when you give your mom shit your entire life you look at my brother Ryan's baby book, fucking jam-packed.
Well, he was the first.
You look at Corey's baby book, there's some stuff. You look at Bradley's baby book, all it says is my name.
No.
For the most part, yeah. There's like nothing in it. And I understand she had obviously 2 kids prior to me to also take care of once I showed up and everything. In my defense, she did not work during this time. So she was a stay-at-home mom until I started going to school. So my dad worked a lot. And then she took care of us. And then when I started going to school, she went back to work finally because she was a teacher. So she had a few years off because I'm only, 3 years and 2 months and 18 days younger than Ryan. So
that is so weird of you.
Why?
27 minutes and 10 seconds.
Yeah, something like that. Nah, I'm kidding. No, we had a partial baby book for Xavier that I don't think Sarah ever filled out, and I certainly didn't. We have I don't think we even bought a baby book for Vesper.
My microphone is falling.
Oh dear.
Yes.
It still is.
Dang it! How is that happening?
It's probably you have it out too far, so it's weighted.
Oh, okay. Let me fix that real quick.
There you go. Hold please, everybody, while this wonderful segment of the podcast goes on with lots of noise.
Is that better? It looks better.
I mean, it feels better.
Okay, so
yeah.
Happy pre-birthday to you. Happy early birthday to you.
Thank you very much, Kate.
Yes.
Appreciate that.
Yes. Okay. We are going to talk about Hugh Thompson Jr.
Hugh Thompson Jr., okay.
And his involvement in the Vietnam War.
All right. And before we do that,
we're going to open up a beer.
Because we can't do a podcast unless we have a beer, and we're just doing our normal staples.
Yeah, it's we didn't go out and make any additional purchases today, and
no,
we needed to just reel it in a bit.
Well, we do have something going on later. We're going to a comedy show, so that'll be fun.
You gonna share who, what, where, when, why?
We're gonna go see Bert Kreischer, the Machine, and he just started his new tour, literally yesterday. He's performing in Milwaukee at the Fiserv, and our friend Kelly went and saw him in Illinois yesterday. Said it was great, so I'm excited to go see it. So it should be a fun show.
Yeah,
I have never seen him before in person. I've only seen his specials on like Netflix and whatnot.
I've only seen his belly.
Well, most people have, but yeah, should be a good show. I'm excited to go and check him out. He's also a big history guy too, so maybe we can throw like a History Buffoons podcast thing on stage. I'm just kidding. Our tickets aren't that close.
Okay, so I have a Modelo. You have a Coors Banquet.
I do.
They are current staples.
Yes.
Let's continue.
Let's rock this shit.
Okay, so Hugh Thompson Jr. and his involvement in the Vietnam War. Okay.
Vietnam.
So the Vietnam War was approximately
yes
from 1955
okay
to 1975.
Such a long war.
Okay. In Vietnamese history, they consider it starting earlier.
Sure.
In 1946.
Oh, wow. That much earlier?
To 1975.
Wow.
Yeah. The U.S. was involved between 1965 and 1973.
Gotcha. Okay.
So the war continued 2 years after we pulled.
Gotcha. Okay.
So Vietnam had split
right
into North and South Vietnam.
Right.
And then they couldn't decide if they were communists or not. So,
well, I mean, it's a tough decision.
Yeah. So North Vietnam was backed by the Soviet Union and China.
Yep.
And they wanted Vietnam to unite under communist rule.
Of course, because that benefits them because they are also communists.
South Vietnam is backed by the United States and allies like South Korea and Australia.
Yep.
And their goal was to stay independent from the communists.
Okay.
Then we have the Viet Cong, or the VC, or Victor Charlie, or Charlie. Like, there's a lot of, like, nicknames, I guess. Yeah. But it's the VC, or the Viet Cong.
Viet Cong?
Yeah, like Vietnam, Viet.
You said cog.
Cong.
I know.
Cong.
You said cog. That's so great.
So they were guerrilla fighters inside South Vietnam.
I didn't know that South Vietnam had so many guerrillas.
Yes. And they were the ones who supported North Vietnam.
Sure.
So
obviously you're going to get people that cross the line that South, some support the North, some support the South, whatever, blah, blah, blah.
But the VC is local peasants and farmers who turned to fighting, and they trained and were supplied by the North.
Right. Okay.
So on January 30th, 1968, the Lunar New Year truce in Vietnam shattered. Instead of peace, 80,000 North Vietnamese and VC fighters stormed more than 100 towns, cities, and bases across southern Vietnam.
Wow.
In Saigon, a VC squad breached the U.S. Embassy compound.
Oh, geez.
Stunning everyone in America at home.
Sure.
In Hue, which is a town, communist forces held the city for nearly a month, sparking brutal street fighting and mass executions of civilians.
Jesus Christ.
Attacks hit everywhere from provincial capitals to remote outposts.
Yeah, I mean, they
didn't hold back.
No, they just went all out. Let's cause some fucking shit.
So U.S. and South Vietnamese troops eventually did crush the offensive.
Okay.
But victory on the battlefield was overshadowed by what Americans saw on TV.
Sure.
Americans had been told the enemy was nearly finished. The war was close to an end.
Oh.
But now they're seeing all this chaos in Saigon.
Right.
And now the public support has collapsed. And at this time, then President Johnson announced, I'm not going to run for president again.
He didn't want to have to deal with this shit no more.
So this offensive became the war's turning point.
Okay.
The VC never fully recovered, but neither did America's will to fight.
Right.
Okay.
They were just sick of it.
Yeah. U.S. troops on the ground were paranoid. Civilians by day could be enemies by night.
Right.
And this set the stage for this next tragedy.
Oh, cool.
On the morning of March 16th, 1968, soldiers of Charlie Company 1st Battalion, 20th Infantry, 23rd American Division entered Son Mi.
Son Mi?
It's like a group of little communities.
Okay.
One of those little communities is My Lai. Okay. And the Charlie Company was expecting enemy fighters in My Lai.
Do you find it funny that they're called the Charlie Company?
I mean, I didn't look up why it was called the Charlie Company, but...
Well, isn't that what one of the nicknames for
VC, the Viet Cong is Charlie.
Yeah. So, and they're the Charlie Company. So it's just kind of, I don't know.
Maybe that's why they were called the Charlie Company.
I mean, as far as we know, it could be.
Yeah, I didn't look into that.
I'm going to run with it now.
I didn't even make that connection, so bravo.
I mean...
Don't say anything.
Okay. Continue.
So they encountered almost entirely unarmed civilians, mostly farmers in My Lai.
So they didn't even have a rake in their hands? That could be a weapon.
It could be. Nevertheless,
yes,
under command of Captain Ernest Medina and Lieutenant William Calley, the troops began massacring the villagers.
But why?
Because they were ordered to.
Why did these two people order their troops to do this?
Because it came from above them.
Who did it come from?
Let's read on.
Okay.
Over the next few hours, American soldiers brutally killed hundreds of Vietnamese civilians.
Yeah.
Men, women, children, infants, and they participated in other atrocities I did not want to discuss.
Yeah.
Hugh Thompson Jr., a 24-year-old warrant officer piloting a U.S. Army OH-23 reconnaissance helicopter.
Okay.
On that day, he was like scouting with his helicopter with his other crew members, Crew Chief Glenn Andriotta,
okay,
and Lawrence Colburn, who was the door gunner. They arrived on station over the Son Mi village, which included My Lai.
Mm-hmm.
And artillery bombardment had just finished softening the area for a planned U.S. ground assault.
Okay.
They were essentially flattening everything for this assault to happen.
Yeah, so they could have an easy way to get through.
Yeah, so
more or less.
Thompson's mission was, as part of an Aero Scout team, is to fly low at treetop level and draw enemy fire or spot VC forces relaying intelligence to the incoming ground troops.
Okay. That sounds like a terrible job.
It kind of does.
I mean, hey, man, fly just above the trees. Any bullets, send them your way.
Right, exactly.
Fuck that.
Exactly. Paint a target on my underbelly.
Yeah, I mean, just shoot here.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
So initially, no hostile fire was encountered.
Right.
The village seemed quiet, and Thompson's crew spots a single lone VC suspect in a rice paddy nearby. They fire on him. He runs away. They call it a day. They call in a gunship strike when he flees into the trees.
Okay.
But aside from this little brief chase, everything seemed peaceful.
Okay.
At 7:40 a.m., circling lower, Thompson observed some civilians emerging from their homes. Groups of unarmed villagers are seen leaving My Lai along a dirt road. Ugh, that was quick.
Wow.
Carrying baskets and leading water buffalo. This is normal.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Saturday. It's a market day, and civilians often flee in the area when combat is impending. That's the word.
Wow, that was a struggle bus there. I mean,
when combat is impending.
Jesus. I'm really excited that you got through that because that was painful to watch.
Sorry. So the villagers are moving out of harm's way, which would mean fewer civilian casualties once the U.S. Infantry Charlie Company were coming through. So Thompson's helicopter departs the immediate area for a few minutes to continue reconnaissance in the vicinity,
Right.
Maintaining a perimeter search for any enemy forces. Okay. At 8 o'clock, Thompson's scout team returns to the road where they last saw the civilians.
Mm-hmm.
When they saw the same group of villagers now strewn along the road, dead or dying.
Oh, boy.
It is immediately clear that these people were shot at close range.
Oh, sure.
So Thompson did not comprehend exactly what was going on.
Sure.
There had been no enemy resistance. Scanning the village below, he sees bodies in other spots as well. And again, no enemy fire.
Did they shoot the water buffalo too?
I don't know.
That'd be weird.
Everybody loves a water buffalo. Yours is pink, but mine is slow. Where do you get them? I don't know. Everybody loves a water buffalo. I took my buffalo to the store, got his head stuck in a door. Spilled some lima beans on the floor. Everybody's got a water buffalo.
That didn't work.
Yeah, it did.
Did it though?
Yeah, it's from VeggieTales.
What the fuck? I know. You've sung it on this podcast before.
No.
I am dead serious you have. I will search it out. Or maybe it's in an outtake, but I'm almost 100% positive you've sung this on there before. Because you responded. I'm like, where is that from? VeggieTales? What the fuck?
So Thompson radios to report finding casualties and begins marking the wounded survivors with smoke grenades.
Okay.
So they drop these green smoke markers
Right.
next to at least half a dozen wounded civilians in different locations to signal medics or evacuation helicopter
Yeah.
that help is needed.
Right.
So his radio calls alert other Army choppers in support that there are civilians on the ground needing care.
Okay.
Thompson still believes these injuries might be accidental,
Yeah.
perhaps crossfire or artillery mistakes. His instinct is to protect the Vietnamese civilians now, treating them as non-combatants who must be aided under the rules of war.
Right.
So after marking the wounded, Thompson again leaves the immediate area to expand the search perimeter.
Do you find it funny that there's rules of war, but then there's also saying all is fair in love and war? Because that kind of defies having rules.
It kind of does. Who said all is fair in love and war? Do you know?
I'm not sure where that originated from, but it is a saying. I couldn't tell you from who.
Oh, yeah. I've heard it plenty of times.
But isn't it kind of funny that there's rules of war, though?
Yeah.
So maybe it's not all fair in love and war?
So at 8:30, when Thompson circles back, he makes a gut-wrenching discovery. Every wounded person that he had marked with smoke is now dead.
So do you think because he marked them, they're like, oh, shit, we got to finish them off?
It's very possible.
Oh, boy.
In disbelief, Thompson hovers low over one of the formerly wounded villagers.
So wait, he's the one piloting
flying. Yeah,
the
he's
helicopter?
flying.
Okay.
A young Vietnamese woman who had just been alive minutes earlier, and he sees a U.S. Army captain standing over her body.
Oh, dear.
Thompson holds a hover to observe.
Mm-hmm.
Captain Ernest Medina, Charlie Company's commander, is on the ground nearby with some of his men. Medina walks up to the wounded woman, nudges her with his foot,
See, she is alive.
then raises his rifle and shoots her in the head.
Wow. That's fucked.
This execution is right in front of Thompson's eyes. American soldiers are killing unarmed Vietnamese civilians.
That's just fucked up.
All three men in the helicopter witness it.
Mm-hmm.
And in that moment, Thompson realizes that the people on the ground he's been seeing aren't combat casualties at all, but victims of a massacre being carried out by U.S. troops.
Right.
So Thompson later recalls that the scene reminded him of old black and white footage of Nazis executing people.
Sure.
He is furious and heartbroken, and this is not what American soldiers are supposed to do.
No, not even close.
So Thompson immediately grabs his radio and reports what he's seen to any U.S. command listening.
Do these people on the ground, like, do they know there's a helicopter hovering over them?
Mm-hmm.
They just don't care?
Mm-mm.
Because they're carrying out orders?
Yep.
Like, I'm sorry. I get you're supposed to follow orders, but do you hope they gave some pushback when they got that order?
That's what Thompson's here for.
Yeah.
Because his scout helicopter is on a different channel than the infantry, he relays through the gunship network and command net, and he says, quote, "It looks to me like there's an awful lot of unnecessary killing going on down here. This isn't right. These are civilians. There are people killing civilians down here," end quote.
Wow. Okay.
His urgent transmission warns that American ground troops are shooting unarmed villagers, imploring the chain of command to intervene.
Right.
So, unbeknownst to Thompson, these records were heard.
Okay.
But initially, they prompted no immediate orders to stop the carnage.
Do you think if they're like, fuck, someone saw it? How do we fix this?
I don't know what to think, to be honest. I don't know how you can be on that mindset.
The fact that we, as a country, ever would have approved this through our military is just fucking insane.
Yeah.
Seriously.
So he received no guidance on the radios.
Okay.
So Thompson decided he's going to take action himself.
All right.
He turns to Colburn and Andreotta in the cockpit and asks, "We've got to do something about this. Are you with me?" And both say yes without hesitation.
Well, look at them go. A little crew up there.
They understand the risk. Intervening means confronting fellow Americans in the heat of combat, but the sight of butchered civilians and children leaves them no choice. 9 o'clock, Thompson flies overhead. He sees plumes of smoke and numerous fires burning.
Is it burning the little village or whatever?
Many huts had been set ablaze by the troops on the ground. The devastation is now widespread, and as Thompson's OH-23 circles, crew member Glenn Andreotta spots movement near a drainage ditch east of the village.
Okay.
Where dozens of bodies lie tangled.
Tangled? What do you mean by that? Is there an explanation?
From the air, they count approximately 100 corpses piled in the irrigation ditch.
So they just kind of were tossed there?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Like Nazi Germany.
Were they trying to do what, like a mass grave? Or
yes.
They just...
Some of the bodies were still moving.
Oh, fuck.
Survivors are feebly crawling under heaps of dead people. Thompson cannot land right in the rice paddy, so he finds solid ground nearby and touches down. He dismounts from the helicopter, leaving the engine running. Immediately, he is approached by a soldier from Charlie Company holding an M16 rifle.
Like pointed at him?
Mm-hmm. Young Sergeant David Mitchell had been one of the men herding villagers to the ditch.
Oh, boy.
Around them lie clusters of unarmed Vietnamese old men, women, and children, many dead, some moaning in agony, and Thompson demands to know what the fuck is happening here.
No kidding.
He says, "What is going on here, Lieutenant?" And Second Lieutenant William Calley, the 1st platoon officer responsible for this sector, replies, he replies, "Just following orders. This is my business. I'm in charge here. It ain't your concern." Wow. And Thompson's like, "Orders? Whose orders? These are human beings."
Right.
And Calley says, "Look, Thompson, this is my show. You better get back in that chopper and mind your own business." And Thompson says, "Yeah, Real great job. Real great.
That was a good comeback.
So, nearby, Sergeant Mitchell adds an additional comment.
Okay.
When Thompson asks if the wounded in the ditch can be helped, Mitchell replies that, quote, the only way to help them is to put them out of their misery, end quote.
Good Lord. How could you just be so cold and worthless in your...
nonchalant and...
Yeah, I'd be like, yeah, just follow orders, man. Just, yeah, if you want to help them, just finish him off.
Right.
What the fuck?
So... Thompson orders the soldier to stop and insists that medical aid be brought in for the Vietnamese. The enlisted man offers a non-committal reply saying, quote, okay, we'll help them out. Not.
Did he actually laugh like that?
No, that was me.
But you said, quote. I'm so confused.
Oh, he said, quote, we'll help them out, end quote.
Oh.
And I said, not. Okay, I need to readjust because my back is...
It's a hurting?
It's a hurting.
Whiting.
Okay, so Thompson realizes he can do nothing more at this moment, and he storms back to the helicopter, enraged, helpless, but determined. So as the little OH-23 lifts off, gunfire suddenly crackles below, and Andreatta's voice shouts over the intercom, he's shooting into the ditch.
That's one of the guys on the helicopter?
Yes.
Okay.
And he's commenting about somebody on the floor, on the ground.
Just shooting into the ditch.
Shooting into the ditch.
Like trying to kill or finish the job, I guess. We'll call it that.
So Thompson glances down from his helicopter, and the GI has opened up fire on the survivors.
Good Lord.
So from above, Thompson can see bursting automatic fire ripping through the mass of bodies, silencing any last movements.
Mm-hmm.
Villagers who had been merely wounded are now, quote, helped out of their misery, end quote.
In his eyes, apparently.
9:20 a.m.
Yeah.
Andreatta urgently points out another impending tragedy.
Oh, boy.
At the northeast edge of the village, about a dozen terrified civilians, roughly 10 to 12 people, including women and small children, are fleeing toward a bunker in a tree line.
Okay. Whose bunker is this? Does it say?
It's like a bomb shelter in the earth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So they scramble to hide inside the bunker's low entrance.
Yeah.
Thompson's aerial view also spots American soldiers from Charlie Company closing in on this group, weapons drawn. Thompson instantly recognizes that those civilians have less than 30 seconds to live if he doesn't intervene.
Okay. So how does he intervene?
So without hesitation, he dives his helicopter between the U.S. troops and the bunker.
Okay.
The OH-23 swoops down and lands directly in the line of fire, hovering just above the ground between the advanced infantry and the Vietnamese who are cowering.
So do they land or do they hover?
They eventually end up grounding. Landing. So the aggressive maneuver forces the bewildered American soldiers to halt.
You would hope.
Thompson intentionally keeps his rotor spinning. So he's probably just hovering then at this point.
Okay.
But it is to facilitate a quick escape if needed and to deter anyone from approaching the blades.
Well, right, because if they're like, well, this dude's fucking up our orders, take them out so we can do what we're supposed to do, you can fucking take off. But yeah, I mean, you've seen people get out of helicopters and whatever, they always duck.
Yeah.
Even though they're never tall enough.
Yeah.
I mean, they're way taller than you people. You don't have to duck.
So,
but I get the sound and the probably the wind pressure.
Yeah.
Whatever.
The downward.
Yeah. Pressure. Sure.
So Thompson turns in his seat and he issues a command to Colburn and Andreatta.
So is he higher ranked than the people on the ground?
No.
He's not. Okay.
He says to Colburn and Andreatta, cover me. If these bastards open up on me or these people, you open up on them.
Oh, shit.
Promise me. He is effectively effectively ordering his own crew to prepare to fire on fellow Americans if necessary to protect these civilians.
It's fucking wild.
So both door gunners on their M60 machine guns say, promise. Absolutely, we promise.
Did they pinky swear before they left?
So Thompson then leaps out of the aircraft and strides towards the second platoon leaders.
Okay.
The leader, Second Lieutenant Stephen Brooks, approaches Thompson. Brooks is startled in the least to find an American helicopter pilot blocking his mission. Thompson, seething, demands that Brooks hold his fire and not harm the people in the bunker.
Right.
He says, listen, just hold your men here. I'm going to try to get these people out of the bunker and get them help. And Lieutenant Brooks says, yeah, we'll help you get them out of the bunker with a hand grenade.
So, like, I understand they kept saying they were following orders, but that seems like more than just following orders, doesn't it to you?
Brooks, though technically outranking Thompson, does back down to Thompson.
That's impressive. Maybe
Brooks senses that Thompson says what he means, and the helicopter's M60s are now trained in his direction. Colburn and Andreotta have disembarked the helicopter and taken cover by the aircraft, ready to fire if needed.
Good Lord. Could you imagine being prepared to shoot on your own countrymen?
Yeah.
Because of what they're doing to another person?
Okay, so the two crewmen actually don't point their guns directly at the Americans to avoid provoking an incident, but they do set up a defensive perimeter and stare down the U.S. troops.
So do they just have their guns pointing down?
Yeah, I would assume so.
Okay.
Yeah. So Colburn at one point waves to one soldier saying, "We're on the same side."
Right.
And the GI half-heartedly waves back. He's like, hey. So with the American soldiers held at bay in the standoff, Thompson now turns his attention to the bunker. Bunker, yeah. He walks towards the small opening, and he leaves his rifle behind. And at 9:25, he positions himself in front of the bunker, calling out to the Vietnamese inside.
Okay.
So he coaxes them to come out using gestures and a tone of voice to convey.
Say hey, it's okay.
Yeah.
Not get the fuck out here.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So at first there is hesitation. The people inside can you
blame them?
Heavens no.
I mean, they were just getting basically
terrified.
Chased as they should be, because they're literally getting chased.
Yeah.
With guns, and people are getting gunned down and shit. I would be fucking terrified to trust this guy. They don't know he just showed up.
Nope.
I mean, I would assume they saw the helicopter land in between them.
I would hope so, but I don't know.
But they also don't know what the fuck that means.
No.
Because people are attacking him. So it's are you friendly or foe? So
he still persistently urges, and finally, one by one, the civilians come out.
Okay.
11 civilians in total.
That's how many were in there. Okay.
So he had expected just a couple of survivors, not this many, 4 or 5.
Oh, he had no idea there was 11? Okay.
Yeah. So he has a little 3-seater helicopter. He can't carry people.
Right. Sorry. That was terrible.
So Thompson gathers the 11 civilians quickly, including 5 children.
I feel like you could do 2 children per seat.
And he moves them towards the helicopter to get them out of the line of fire. At 9:30, seeing that his little helicopter cannot fit the villagers, Thompson gets on the radio and calls for help from larger helicopters.
Okay.
He hails 2 UH-1 Huey gunships that have been circling as support.
Okay.
And Thompson asked them to abandon their gunship role and land to execute these unarmed No.
I was gonna be like,
Land to evacuate.
execute or evacuate. You decide. Wow, Kate, that was impressive.
It was an unusual request, but they immediately agree. Okay, we're going to come by and we're going to evacuate.
We're gonna execute
Yeah.
an evacuation.
Take these people a few miles down the road to safety and then come back.
Okay.
So without hesitation, the first Huey sits down near Thompson's position. They ferry the Vietnamese to the Huey in small groups. The gunship crews make 2 trips, shuttling the 11 civilians to safety.
How many seats does these Hueys have on there?
They're bigger helicopters,
that,
so I would think maybe 4 or 5.
Don't you think
if they take 2 trips?
Don't you think the military missed out on naming one line a Huey, one line a Dewey, and one line a Louie?
Potentially. I'm going to move on.
Oh.
So they drop them off near Quang Ngai City and quickly return to support the Charlie Company.
Okay.
So during the evacuation, the standoff does continue. Thompson's crewmen maintain their guard, and they're warning the American platoon to stay put.
Okay.
So a group of U.S. infantry, weapons ready, staring at each other in confusion, resentment. A helicopter crew escorting Vietnamese villager to safety at gunpoint.
Yeah.
The impromptu ceasefire lasts about 15 minutes for the rescue.
Okay.
So at one point, Colburn recalls that there was a stare down that lasted a minute or two between him and a single American soldier until it became clear the civilians would be evacuated quickly.
So they just literally had a stare down?
Yeah.
So did whoever blanked lost?
Not a single shot is fired during the standoff.
Well, that's good, at least.
9:40, when the bunker civilians are safe, Thompson and his crew return to the OH-23 and take off again. Thompson is livid, and he's on a rampage, as Colburn later put it.
Okay.
And he is determined to find other survivors.
So he's now just changing his mission to hunt for survivors and help them out.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
So circling back now over that irrigation ditch, they notice the firing has ceased.
Well, probably because most of them are dead now.
Charlie Company's massacre is winding down, largely because of the population is already dead or fled.
The lack of people to kill?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that will usually kill a massacre.
Thompson's fuel is running low, but as he passes over the ditch one more time, Andreatta yells that he sees movement down there.
Oh, Jesus.
So they can discern a little movement in the heap of bodies.
Oh, gross.
Thompson doesn't hesitate. He brings the helicopter down next to the ditch, setting the skids in the mud with his left side facing the trench for easiest access.
Sure.
9:45, Thompson, Colburn, and Andreatta jump out, and the stench of blood and gunpowder and death is really overwhelming to them. Colburn says, "I really don't want to go wading in this ditch, but I will." Andreatta on the left side reaches the ditch first and climbs in without hesitation.
Wow. That's, pretty ballsy move.
Yes. So they see a ditch 2 to 3 meters deep and 3 to 4 meters wide, about 50 meters long, filled with hundreds of bodies.
Do you have a conversion to feet?
I don't.
Okay, because I don't do that meters thing.
I don't.
I'm what you call an American.
Many victims are entangled together, and the water at the bottom of the ditch is red. Yep, yeah. It's red with blood.
Not surprised.
Andreatta spots movement. A small child clinging to his dead mother.
Oh, boy.
It is a little boy about 4 or 5 years old, covered in blood and barely breathing. The boy had been shot and buried under bodies, but somehow survived.
Boy.
And Andreatta lifts the child from the carnage. He pauses to see if there's any others alive.
Movement, yeah.
And he turns and carries the boy out. He actually has trouble coming up the embankment because of how slick
muddy
with blood
and-
it is. Yeah. Colburn rushes to help. He extends his M60 machine gun down and uses his strap like a rope and hoists Andriata and the child up.
I'm really glad you didn't say like the gun accidentally went off or something.
No.
Because that would have been devastating.
So together they all scramble out of the ditch, and they have rescued this one child, the only known survivor of this execution site.
Yeah. Wow.
Thompson takes the boy from them and dashes back to the helicopter.
Okay.
The child is later identified as 5-year-old Duba, though Thompson's crew initially actually mistook him as a girl.
Okay.
But he had lost his mother, his siblings in the ditch, and Thompson knows that they have to get this wounded child to medical care immediately.
How did they identify the child? Like, how did they figure that out?
The child probably knew his name.
I mean, you said he was 5? Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I get that, I suppose, but...
So they lift up and head towards Quan Nhi, which is a town nearby.
Okay.
Has a provincial hospital.
Oh.
At 10 a.m., arriving at the hospital, Thompson lands and hands the boy to a waiting nun, explaining that the child has no family left. After ensuring that the boy is safe, Thompson takes off once more to rejoin his scout mission.
When's he getting gas?
Don't know.
Seriously, he's low on fuel.
So he would later remember being buried, drowning in the blood of the ditch, and it's the kid. He
I was
remembers
just say,
being buried, drowning in the blood of the ditch, and the helicopter ride that saved him.
okay.
Shortly after being left at the hospital, Duba, orphaned, walked 10 miles back to his village to honorably bury his mother and sisters, which was a thing that they did.
A 5-year-old did that?
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So 10:30 to 11, the massacre at My Lai is winding down. Thanks to Thompson's persistent radio records, the higher command is finally galvanized. The operational commander, Lieutenant Colonel Frank Barker, receives Thompson's radio messages and becomes alarmed. He commands helicopter relays relays a direct order to Captain Medina on the ground: knock off the killing. Okay.
Wow. Okay.
But shortly after, Charlie Company ceases all fire and pulls back.
Good.
Yeah. Thompson and his crew make a final pass over the village. God damn it. I keep moving shit.
Yeah, you shouldn't do that.
Keep moving shit. That's because I went back to our origin story. Okay. Thompson and his crew
Yeah.
made a final pass over the village.
The one that they saved the boy from.
My Lai.
Okay.
Yes. So virtually every living being there is dead or grievously wounded, and bodies lie in heaps, burned houses, and even all the livestock have been slaughtered.
Oh, water buffalo.
Thompson heads back to base. The weight that he was kind of witnessing was crashing down on him.
I'm sure.
He breaks into tears in the cockpit. He says it was such a disgusting display of human behavior. And these men doing it were in American uniforms.
Just following orders.
Thompson, a proud soldier, is now sobbing and enraged that his uniform has been dishonored. At one point, what?
I don't feel like his uniform's been dishonored. Just all the other fucks that represent it have. I feel like he did the right fucking thing.
At one point, he declares that he will never fly another mission like this. If this is what the U.S. is about, I quit.
Going to a different country, or?
So for the rest of his life, he was haunted by this.
I'm sure he was.
He said, why didn't I intervene more quickly? Why didn't I save more people? Thompson felt like it was never enough.
And that's really sad because, yes, he saved what he could, Could he have saved more? Maybe.
We don't know.
You don't know that, though. I mean, you can't take that blame.
Yeah.
I understand why he did, though.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the whole reason why there's PTSD and all that shit now.
Yeah.
Because we understand what it is.
Yeah.
But it's really sad that he took so much of that in his own brain as his fault that, like, I should have saved more people. It's like, you did what you could. Those people were following orders, which is bullshit. But it's really sad that he would carry that with him.
Mm-hmm. So his helicopter and his uniform are smeared with blood.
Sure.
He's still furious. He storms into a command post to report what he saw.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, the Army tried to cover it up.
Well, of course they did.
Thompson filed a report that led commanders to quietly cancel similar missions, but publicly, My Lai was reported as a victory against the VC. So, instead of being honored, Thompson's actions were twisted. He was awarded the Distinguished Flying Cross, but the citation falsely claimed that he had saved a child from crossfire and improved Vietnamese-American relations.
What the fuck?
Thompson was absolutely disgusted by this. He tore it up, and he stayed in Vietnam for several more months.
Okay.
The truth surfaced in late 1969 when whistleblowers and a journalist exposed My Lai.
Okay.
Thompson was called to testify before Congress in 1970, but was met with hostility.
Sure.
House Armed Services Chairman L. Mendel Rivers called him and his crew traitors.
How so?
Because they were threatening to fire against Americans.
They were.
I guess that would be treason.
Yeah, but isn't what we're doing? I'm not saying it's treasonous because that's against your own country, but literally war crimes.
Mm-hmm.
That's.
This is part of them like trying to cover it up.
No,
though.
I understand that, but fuck that guy.
They even tried to have Thompson court-martialed.
Oh, good Lord.
Thompson was ostracized, received hate mail and death threats. He struggled with depression, PTSD, and alcoholism, though he served in the Army until 1983.
Oh, wow. For quite a while afterwards. Okay.
The only soldiers charged for My Lai was Lieutenant William Calley.
And that was one of the main guys?
The leaders.
Directing everything?
He served only a few years under house arrest.
So, why was he the one?
Probably like proof.
Scapegoat, though?
Yeah.
Because
potentially.
They were saying we're just following orders. They weren't just his orders, correct?
Yeah.
So, I mean, they're just like, we got to put blame on somebody. Let's blame this guy. We'll give him a cushy fucking sentence, which is just house arrest.
Yeah.
Because I'd like to just stay at my house.
After the massacre, Thompson and his crew suspected that they were being deliberately put in harm's way. While still in the Army, it was standard practice for a small OH-23 scout helicopter like Thompson's to go out with a pair of UH-1 Huey gunships to cover them. This meant if the scout took fire, the gunships could respond and provide protection.
Right.
So instead of this normal protective formation
procedure, yeah,
Thompson was reportedly sent out alone or with just one other scout helicopter.
So they were trying to basically, hey, go do your job, but if you get killed, meh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it left him vulnerable, like a sitting duck, since scouts were fairly easy target and he had no backup.
Sure.
In that period, he crashed 4 to 5 helicopters in just 2 to 3 months because of the lack of protection.
So did he crash them or did he get shot down?
A lot of them were from enemy fire.
Right.
Some of them were hazards of flying like low level.
Oh, okay.
And he was badly injured a time or two as well.
I would be shocked if he wasn't. I mean, holy fuck. You said 4 times?
4 to 5.
Jesus.
So given the unusual risk level, Thompson believed this was intentional, that the Army was trying to make him go away.
Yeah.
Over time, views of Hugh Thompson Jr. did shift as more people became aware of My Lai and the Vietnam War ending. In the 1980s, documentaries and books highlighted his role, sparking a push to honor him and his crew.
Instead of shutting him and saying he was treasonous and all that.
The Army eventually acknowledged that Thompson's actions were an example of disobeying unlawful orders to protect civilians. On the 30th anniversary in 1998, Thompson, Lawrence Colburn, and Glenn Andreatta, who had died earlier.
Oh, he did?
He actually died just months after My Lai.
Oh, shit, really? Yeah. How so? Did you come across that?
I think I did.
Did he die serving?
He died in combat, yeah.
Oh, fuck.
So Thompson, Colburn, and posthumously Andreatta were awarded the Soldier's Medal, which is the Army's highest award for heroism outside of combat.
Really?
This citation finally told the truth. Thompson risked his life to save Vietnamese civilians.
Okay.
Major General Michael Ackerman praised them for setting the standard for all soldiers to follow.
I mean, really, they were exemplarily, I can't always say that word wrong. They were very good at what they did.
Yeah.
They were what you want your soldiers to be.
Exactly.
Not just blindly follow orders and like, hey, there's a lot of civilians over there. Go fucking kill them.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fucking insane that people would follow orders like that. I get the hierarchy, the command, all that. I understand how the military works, but for people just to like, okay.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
So that same year, in 1998, Thompson and Colburn returned to Son Mi, which is the collection of communities.
So they get to see the kid?
They ended up meeting survivors that they have saved.
Okay.
The villagers expressed deep gratitude and even built a memorial that included Thompson's name.
Oh, wow.
Their story is now taught as lessons in military ethics.
Sure.
That soldiers have a duty to humanity above unlawful orders.
Right.
So after retiring, Thompson worked as a counselor for the Veterans Administration in Louisiana, helping other vets with trauma.
Nice.
Despite the honor he received in 1998, he struggled with his health from multiple crashes and other incidents, and he died on January 6, 2006 from cancer at the age of 62 in Alexandria, Louisiana.
God, only 62, huh?
He was buried with full military honors in Lafayette, Louisiana, a final gesture to respect the Army. A final gesture of respect the Army had denied him for so long.
That's awesome. Good. He deserved it.
Yeah. So a lot of my information was actually taken from his gunner, Lawrence Colburn himself, in an interview.
Is he still alive?
I don't know.
Because you said the other one died in combat.
Yeah.
He died in 2006 at 62, you said, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so he was born in 2006, you said, so 44. Wow, he was, 2 years younger than my dad.
He died December 13th, 2016.
Oh, wow. So, I mean, still 9 years ago, but not terribly long ago.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
So that is Hugh Thompson Jr. and his part in the Vietnam War.
I mean, you can understand why when soldiers would come back and Americans would call them, you fucking baby killer, or all those slurs and derogatory things. And unfortunately, some of them probably were just following orders.
Yeah.
Which is really sad.
Yeah, it is.
But it's nice to have people like Thompson that stood up against it, and even though they tried to fuck him and call him treasonous and all that other stupid shit, that he finally got his due, even, a little kind of late. But yeah, I can understand why he would have struggled with that, though. Holy shit, seeing all those fucking bodies in that ditch.
Yeah.
So-and-so meters wide and long and deep. I don't know meters. But that is wild. Yeah, that's why war sucks, man. But they keep wanting to have it because it's a money maker for them. So it's really sad. But, again, we don't disappoint. We just make people sad on the show. Well, let's try for an uplifting story in the near future, if you don't mind.
I've got two on the docket, but
are they happy? Or are you going to depress me with civilian deaths and all that other shit? Because you really know how to bring the room down. There's only two of us here.
I know. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I think it's time for an uplifting story in the near future. I know you got a couple.
Yeah, I really don't.
Oh.
The next two aren't as sad as this one.
Or ones that make me angry because, like, hey, look at me, I broke out of slavery, but I'm not going to find my fucking kids or my wife, but all right.
Henry Box Brown, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay. Am I right? I mean, seriously. Uplift the room for once, woman.
Okay, I'll work on it.
Jesus. Welp.
I suppose.
All right, buffoons. That's it for today's episode.
Buckle up because we've got another historical adventure waiting for you next time. Feeling hungry for more buffoonery? Or maybe you have a burning question or a wild historical theory for us to explore?
Hit us up on social media. We're History Buffoons Podcast on YouTube, X, Instagram, and Facebook. You can also email us at historybuffoonspodcast@gmail.com. We are Bradley and Kate. Music by Corey Akers.
Follow us wherever you get your podcasts and turn those notifications on to stay in the loop.
Until next time, stay curious and don't forget to rate and review us.
Remember, the buffoonery never stops.